Today's Connect the Dot drawing video is a chocolate bar. So make sure you get your dot-to-dot printable template in the description below, get your art supplies, and let's draw. So today we're starting at the letter A, which is right here, and we're going to be doing B, C, and D because we're starting the chocolate bar. So I've got my ruler so I can make straight lines. And with your marker, we're just going to connect A to B and draw a nice straight line. A to B. Turning the ruler, going to go to C. And then from C to D. Like that. Now I'm going to keep my ruler here because I'm going to skip to E, which is right here, and connect down here all the way to F. Now F to G, and then G to H, which is right there. And that's where we're going to stop. So right here is going to be the chocolate wrapper. So what you can do is use your ruler again if you want, or you could do it freehand. So going to number 1, right there. Going to do a line to 2. It can be straight, it can be slightly wavy, but you want to try to keep your lines as almost straight as possible. From 2 we're going to A, and then A to 3, and then up to 4, down to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and straight to 12, up to 13, and then we're going to connect to D, and then up to 14 like that. So we did the top part of our wrapper, now we're doing the bottom part. So from 14 straight to 15, and then 15 to E, and now we just finish off the rest all the way to H, and then back to 1. Just like that. Now we're going to be adding a little bit more to our wrapper, so between 1 and 2, right there in the middle, you're going to go up a little bit, and you're going to connect to the chocolate bar. And going back to number 1, we're going to do a little bit of zigzagging here like this, and then connect to 28. Now on this side, I want you to extend number 14 just a bit like this. And I want you to go from 15 straight across somewhere over here. And now we're going to do a few jagged lines. There you go. Now going down here, we have to do the edge of the wrapper here as well. So just above G, you're going to do a straight line across, down, and across a little bit, kind of like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side here, just above F. Straight line there and kind of straight down. And now we're going to connect them by kind of making an uneven line all the way along. Now back here I'm just going to do a few little bits that I missed, and I'm going to do a straight line. Let's just see, someplace here. I'm going to make sure it's straight in line with the line up here, so you want to make it parallel to each other. And now we need to break up our chocolate into pieces, right? So we're going to make 3 equal parts. So one is going to be here. And it's going to go up to between 7 and 8, I think. And the next one is over here, kind of between 11 and 12. So if you've seen a lot of chocolate bar pieces, they always have a piece right in the middle that's a little bit higher than the rest of it. So we're going to show that next. So we're going to take our ruler again. And I'm going to go just a little bit inside of the edge of our chocolate bar, and we're going to draw some straight lines right in the middle. We're not going to touch the other lines. And the same thing on this end too. And now we make sure that the lines are even. Now we have to do the same thing over here, but just 3 sides and connect back to your wrapper. Now one more thing we have to do, we're going to draw an outline for our wrapper because we need a space to write the words chocolate here later. So what I'm going to do is take my ruler, trusty ruler, and go basically from number 26 down and stop short of this line. We're going to do the same thing over here and kind of go almost at number 19, I think. Between 19 and 18 and 19. And now we're going to connect these ones together. And we have our chocolate bar. There are so many different varieties of chocolate out there. Milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate, so you can make your chocolate bar whichever variety you want. But I'm going to stick with the traditional milk chocolate light brown. I'm coloring the inside of the wrapper with a light gray marker. I'm going to use a dark gray one for shadows later. I'm using a dark brown for the wrapper on my chocolate bar, but if you look at the different chocolate bars out there on the grocery store shelves, you'll know that they come in lots of different colors, so don't be afraid to go and pick your own colors. Now I'm switching to my darker markers to work on the shadows on my chocolate. If you're wondering how I'm going to add highlights to this picture, I like to use a white acrylic pen or marker, and I'm going to be doing that later on in the video. Now let's add some shadows to the wrapper with a darker gray marker. Now let's add some shadows to the brown part of our wrapper. In case you're wondering, I've got 4 different browns I've used in this picture. Now that you're done your shadows, it's time to get your acrylic marker and do the highlights. I start with the folded portion of my wrapper before I move to the chocolate, but you know what? You can do whatever order that you want. Once the highlights are done, the last step is to add words to your chocolate bar. All I'm going to do is add this simple word of chocolate. Before you write out your words in marker, make sure that you draw it out in pencil first. That way if you make a mistake, it's easy to erase. I don't know about you, but I'm hungry for some chocolate now. So I'm gonna go eat some, and I'll see you in the next drawing video. Bye!